Hello, my name is Lizzie and this is Lizzie's Literary Life, and today we are starting a reading vlog all about Bailey from Is Bailey Reading. So this is the second in a series that I'm doing where I'm doing vlogs for each of my bookish besties. And the first one was Ruby from Ruby Red. I will link it up here. And I would recommend you check it out, but you don't have to watch this video. And next up we have Bailey. So Bailey is one of my besties. Her channel Is Bailey Reading is awesome. Last year I played her TBR game, Jokes on Me, which was really fun, and I definitely want to continue that in a little bit after I do this video. But the way these videos work is that I am reading 3 books. And 2 of those books come from a list that Bailey put together of her favorite books of 2023. So I pick one, like my choice from her list, and then I do a random selection from what's left of the list. And then the 3rd book is I get a personal recommendation from Bailey herself as for a book she specifically thinks I would like. So those are the 3 books that I'll be reading. We're going to find out what they are. Now, here's the thing. Bailey only put 3 books on her list of 2023 favorites. So there's only 3 books to choose from. So I'm actually going to pull up the list so that I get the order right. So the first book on Bailey's list is Heartless by Elsie Silver, which is a cowboy romance, which I'm not opposed to reading, but is not my choice. And then we have The Lager Queen of Minnesota by J. Ryan Straddle, which I know nothing about, but I'm intrigued. And then we have Wolf Song by T.J. Klune, which again, not necessarily something I was intending to read, absolutely, but I'm not opposed. And that's it. That's the entire list, is those 3 books. So my choice is going to be The Lager Queen of Minnesota. I just am intrigued by that title. I'm intrigued by the fact that Bailey loved it so much. And I just want to know what it's all about. So that is my pick from the list. And then we just have 2 left. So I'm going to flip a coin. I don't have a coin. I'm going to flip a digital coin. So we're going to say that Heartless by Elsie Silver is heads and Wolf Song by T.J. Klune is tails. So we are going to flip. We got heads. I'm reading Heartless by Elsie Silver. Okay. This is fine. Okay, so the first 2 books for our this video, are The Lager Queen of Minnesota and Heartless by Elsie Silver. But here's what's really exciting. Bailey picked a book for me and I have no idea what it is. So we're going to watch the video that she sent me. I'll put it on the screen right here while I'm watching it so that you can watch it with me as well. And we're going to see what she chose for me.
Hello, Lizzie. I am so nervous, excited, and honored that you are going to be reading some of my favorite books. I'm here today in the sweatshirt that you made for me so graciously to let you know what book I want to personally recommend you to read. There is a specific book that I would have chosen for you if I didn't already know that you have chosen it for yourself, and that is The Lager Queen of Minnesota. So I'm already like on cloud 9 that you're going to be reading that one, but knowing that you are reading a more like literary general fiction type book, and the other options on my list that I believe you're randomizing from are romance. So I wanted to kind of change the vibe so that you had a good variety of things to read for this video. So I was looking for a thriller and I found one, but it's been a while since I've read this book and I could not find any evidence that you've ever read this on your Goodreads, and so I think it's kind of a classic. In my mind it's a classic. I've gotten a lot of other people to read this, but it's been a while since I actually read it, so bear with me as I explain. The One by John Mars. Basically this is a sci-fi-esque thriller. It is very fast paced, and the premise of this is that everyone has like a true soulmate, and so we follow many characters who are all like figuring out who they're meant to be together, who their one person is, and there are some very unique perspectives and matchings in this. It teeters into people being matched with people who are not good humans, and also some other characters who believe they're straight, maybe are not matched with somebody of opposite genders. So while the matching process is very interesting, this is a thriller, and I just remember like needing to continue the whole time I was reading it. So I'm hoping that this is a fun, easy, good experience from you. I'm not sure that you will 100% love this, but I'm hoping that you at least love the experience of reading it. Like I said, most of the details have exited my mind, but I have very fond memories of this book, so I hope that you end up enjoying it, and I can't wait to see this video to know the other books you chose, as well as what you actually end up thinking about all three of these.
That's so exciting. This is a book that I feel like Bailey actually mentions all the time. So or maybe she just mentioned it recently. So it feels fitting that that's the pick. So we've got, and it's also a good mix. Like she said, we've got a general literary type fiction, we've got a romance, and we've got a thriller. So I'm super excited to get going on these. Thanks, Bailey. And I will see you very soon with which one I decide to start first.
Hello. So I'm actually reading all of these books at the same time, which does not make a very cohesive and organized vlog, but that's the way I read. So I'm just going to talk about all of them. First, well, not quite all of them, because Heartless is the Elsie Silver, the Chestnut Springs novel that's on the list, but Bailey told me I should read Flawless first. So first I'm reading Flawless on my Kindle, on Kindle Unlimited. This one I'm the furthest into. I think I'm like, I could check. I'm 62% in to Flawless. This is a romance about a bull rider and who like says something silly and then starts to lose sponsors, and like people start to hate him, and so he's like trying to clean up his image, and his like, not his legal team, but his like agent or whatever sends his daughter, who is like lower down in the company, and is like has a law degree and stuff, to go and basically babysit him to try to clean up his image. It's a little bit of a weak premise, but, you know, I'm not going to fault a book on its premise. I actually am kind of liking it. It's you have to be all in, is the thing, because it's so cowboy. But, like, I'm all in. I'm in. I'll do it. I'll read the cowboy book. And I'm not disliking it. I think it's fun. And I think that the characters have real chemistry, and that the writing is pretty good. Like, the writing of the relationship and the relationship development is pretty good. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. I might be annoyed by a third act breakup, but we'll see. But enjoying it so far. And then The One by John Mars. This I'm listening to on audio, but I do have the physical copy, and I am that far in, so just almost halfway. This is about a world in which they discovered a gene that can determine who your soulmate is, which the science doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. It doesn't have to. And it's a thriller. We're following so many different characters, and I'm there's like obviously I'm most interested in the serial killer storyline, and all of these other random couples, it's like, and I'm interested to see how they will connect, or if they will connect, because right now we just kind of have like 5 like very disparate stories. So I don't know, but I'm intrigued. I think some of the writing is a little cheesy. I don't know if that's the right word, but a little cheesy, I guess. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's good so far. And then The Logger Queen of Minnesota, I am reading physically, and I am just started. This one's about, it's hard to tell what it's about actually. It's about two sisters. We follow one of them in the past and one of them in the present. Present being like 2007 or something, or 2003 maybe. And the past being like the 50s. So the one in the present, like obviously she's an older lady. She makes pies, and it's about her making pies. And then in the past timeline, the other sister is at college and she is really obsessed with beer, hence the Lager Queen, and she really decides she really wants to make beer. And that's kind of all we have so far. We've just been introduced to these two sisters and their passions, and I don't really know where it's going to go at all. I really have no idea what the like driving plot is yet, but I like the writing well enough. It's fine. It's very book club general fiction type, but that's not a bad thing. So, yes. Those are the 3 books that I'm currently reading, and I will let you know probably once I've finished one of them. Probably Flawless. I'm going to try to finish. I don't have much left of Flawless, so it reads really fast. So I'm going to try to finish that today or tomorrow.
Hello and welcome to spring. It is spring, and I'm outside and I'm so happy about it. But also, I accidentally finished 3 books without updating you. So I'm here to give you reviews for the 3 books that I finished since last we talked. They are the 3 books that I talked about in my last update. So the first one is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is like not technically going to go into the overall rating for this vlog because the book that was on Bailey's list was Heartless, and I haven't read that yet, though I will in the next couple days. Flawless, I ended up giving 3 stars because I liked it well enough, but about halfway through, about 60% in, I started to kind of lose interest. I think I said in my last update, like, where is it going to go from here? And I didn't really, I don't know, it's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't really care about where it went from there. The other thing is that the first smut scene I think was good, but then after that it felt a little bit gratuitous, and so I just was like, it just was a little bit too much for me. But not bad. Like, solid, decent romance, 3 stars. And then I finished The One by John Mars. This is interesting because I'm giving it 3.5 stars, though it's a low 3.5. Because it was 5 different thrillers. They never connected. Like, I think I said in my last update, like, I wonder how they're going to connect beyond the fact that, like, they're all connected to the premise, and they didn't. They didn't all end up connecting. They just were separate entities, but each one was pretty good. I just didn't think it was very cohesive, is the thing. But each individual storyline I was engaged in, and some of them were definitely better than others, but each individual storyline was good enough, but I would have liked to have some more connection there. Without spoilers, there was one of the plot lines was, like, serial killer, and he was supposed to be this, like, well-known serial killer because he had killed, like, a bunch of people, and that was never even mentioned in the other storylines as something they were thinking about or worrying about, even when I actually don't know what the geography of this is like, but it seemed like a lot of them were, like, in England, so, like, actually I have no idea where they were, but I feel like it would have been on people's radars, and even just more little nods to the other storylines would have been better, I think, but I liked it well enough. That's going to be the motto of this vlog. I liked it well enough. Sorry, Bailey. And then finally, I finished The Logger Queen of Minnesota by J. Ryan Stradle. This is also a 3.5 star, but it's a high 3.5 star. I liked this quite a lot. I could see it going up to a 4 star, but there were definitely parts where I was bored. I think we have 3 perspectives. We've got the 2 sisters that I talked about in the last update, and then one of the sisters' granddaughter also is a perspective character. And I liked it. It was fun and sweet, and I really liked the granddaughter's storyline. And I think what was inevitably going to happen in the end, and everyone knew it was going to happen in the end, or like as readers, it was very predictable that it was going to happen in the end, and not in a bad way, but it wasn't too drawn out, which I liked, because we all knew it was going to happen. So it wasn't like made out to be a shock, if that makes sense. Because it wasn't a bad thing that I predicted it, because it was just kind of like, of course, and then it wasn't. I don't know how to say this without spoilers, but I liked the way that was done. And it just was fun. It's very like specific, this like book about beer. I actually should totally recommend this to my parents. I think they would love it. So yeah, very fun, thoroughly enjoyed, a high, solid 3.5 star. And that means that the final book I have to read for this vlog is Heartless by Elsie Silver, so I will get right to that. And I will hopefully get some B-roll, because I haven't had any B-roll so far this vlog, but I will update you when I have started Heartless. Okay, so I did finish Heartless by Elsie Silver. I actually finished it a couple days ago, so apologies for not updating you more promptly, but I am now filming this and hopefully posting it on March 20th, which is Bailey's birthday. So everyone give Bailey some birthday love in the comments down below, and I will tell you what I thought of Heartless. I liked it better than Flawless because I liked the parenting elements of it. Luke is, the kid is super cute. Basically, did I even tell you what this is about? Let me center myself. If I didn't tell you what it's about, if I did, I'll cut this out. We are following Willa, who is Summer from the first book's best friend. I don't know if I told you what any of these are about. That's a problem for editing me. We're following Willa, who is Summer from the first book's best friend, and Cade, who is Rhett from the first book's brother, so best friend and brother of the previous couple. And Cade is a single dad to Luke, who is 5, and basically Willa ends up coming to the ranch for the summer to be Luke's nanny. And shenanigans ensue, falling in love ensues. It's a romance. So I like I said, I liked this better. I had the same issue that I did with the first one, that I found after the first smut scene, I found it to be too much. Though I think a little less so than in the first one, but that was still an issue I had. And it didn't blow my mind, but it was a fun romance. I liked it. So I'm giving it 3.5 stars, which means that all 3 books in this video got 3.5 stars. So they were arranged. They were very different. My favorite was The Logger Queen of Minnesota. I think I'm actually going to buy that for my dad for his birthday because I think he would really like it. And I think my mom would like it too. Followed by Heartless, I did really like. And then the one I liked less, but still enough to be a 3.5 star. Flawless is not technically part of the video challenge thing, so it's not included in the rating. So we have an average rating of obviously 3.5 stars, which puts Bailey below Ruby in terms of book taste similarity to me, but I still love her very, very much. And this was fun, and I am so glad that I got to read some of Bailey's favorites and spend some time reading like Bailey. So yeah, if you like this video, comment happy birthday Bailey down below, even if you're watching it late and it's not her birthday anymore. And give this a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one coming very soon. Bye.